How are you doing, beautifuls? It's Freedom Friday today, and this topic actually fits the Freedom Friday hashtag very well, because ultimately it all boils down to creating businesses that allow us to have that freedom that we so desperately crave. And I'm doing this live in response to what Helen wrote on one of the posts in the group here. So I wanted to address this because I've actually had the same or a similar conversation with a client this week who has experienced something very similar. And I know from experience, after having coached hundreds of women and had thousands of coaching calls over the last 8 years or so, I know that this is a big issue for women who are spiritual, who want to give, who want to be appreciated for their skills, who are maybe a little bit afraid of setting boundaries in place. And this is a big problem because what happens is you're attracting the wrong type of clients or non-clients because they don't have the money and they just want something for free. So I want to share with you, why are you likely to attracting the wrong people into your business right now? Clearly, if you have people who want you to do something for them, and then when you are asking for money in return, they're going, I don't have money, can't you do it for free? You are attracting what I like to call energy vampires. And these people are just sucking your energy dry, and they're leaving you with a really bad taste in your mouth and in your heart, because you start to believe that everybody is just the same, and you may be not deserving to be paid well for your expertise. Now, I want you to stop attracting these people in the first place. And the reason you can do this, or the way you can do this, is when you set clear boundaries in place that will help you be magnetic and attract the right kind of people, the people who have money to pay you for what you're worth. So how do you do that? For starters, you have to have boundaries. And the way you set boundaries is to first sit quietly. If you've never done this, sit quietly about what it is that makes you amazing. And this is actually something that is very, very hard for us ladies, because we are nurturers, we are servers, we are creators. We hardly ever think about ourselves and our amazing genius. But I want you to think about your genius. What actually makes you great in the skill that you do, in the work that you do. And you know, you don't have to have a track record. You can be brand new in business and still feel that sense of pride and that sense of ownership that your skill set is giving you. So I want you to own that. And you need to own that, because if you don't own it, nobody else will own it for you. And you're not going to attract people who have the money to pay you. So start owning it and start seeing the value that you bring to the marketplace. If you already see the value that you bring into the marketplace, I want you to be very, very strict around working with people and actually communicating with people in a way that qualifies the right type of people before you give them your time, your energy, and your energetic space. And the way you do that is when somebody asks you to help them, and they reach out to you via email or Facebook Messenger or in a chat somewhere else, I want you to qualify them in a short 10 to 15 minute call, or in a short convo on Messenger, on private Messenger. And it's simply establishing to see whether they are the right kind of person. And you can do that with questions like, okay, thank you for reaching out and wanting to know more information about blah, blah being your service or what you do. I'm just curious, what made you reach out to me? If you can just share that with me, you know, in a short convo. Let me know why now. Why is this so important for you now? And you can quickly determine by their response whether they are serious about working with somebody to help them fix the problem or not. Now, what I would do is, if they are giving me an inclination that, yes, they are ready to move, I would actually get on a call with them for 10 to 15 minutes, no longer. So it's literally just establishing, Are you ready to take action now if you were to have the right kind of help? And that call is to establish whether you, as the service provider, is the right kind of person who can help them with that. And then if that's the case, you then schedule a sales call during which you walk them through the blueprint of what you're doing, so they get value from the call. But it's also very clear that if at the end of the call you feel they're a right fit, you will invite them to work with you. So you will give them some actionable strategies that they can implement. But if they are not the right fit, you're never going to invite to work with them. So you know when you get on longer calls, when you have longer exchanges on email or whatever, you have the right kind of person, and chances that you're actually closing them and getting them sold into your current prices is much, much higher. So this is crucial, and you need to do this if you want to stop attracting these energy vampires. And it comes all back to the truth of service and why you're being suckered into these people. You haven't established the boundaries. There is not strong enough boundaries that makes it immediately clear that you're in business to serve them. And the only way you can serve them honestly, with love, with all the right energy and none of that negative crap that we attract when we're serving the wrong people, is by charging for what you're worth. Money is just an energetic exchange of value for what you're giving your ideal dream client. So the sooner you make peace with the fact that you need to charge well and you need to charge for your services, the sooner you can set these boundaries in place and actually serve them from a position of power and from a position of integrity. Because once the money has been removed from the equation, you can focus on the service. And service is, selling is a service. Because if you're not selling your dream clients, they are still struggling. So you are actually serving them, and they need your help because they are struggling with what you can help them. So I wanted to share this. I've gone over the 5 minutes, so I'm going to cut it out now because I don't want to ramble on. But please, please, please set your boundaries in place. And I see, Helen, you jumped on, and I really appreciate you. You're an amazing woman. I've had the privilege of working with you, and I know that you have it within you to do this, but you've got to do it and actually set those boundaries in place and start filtering the energy suckers from the real people who can be your ideal clients, who have the money to pay you, who are willing to pay you, so that you can have that life with your dog and have that amazing business that you dream about. It is very much possible. The only thing that's separating you now is those boundaries. That's going to help you get to the next level and start attracting the right kind of people. So hopefully this is helpful. Let me know. Drop me some feedback in below, and I'm hoping that you can do this, because I know this is crucial for so many of you. Thank you so much, and have a great day.